at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Now it's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Chargers 17, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert off of play action. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back Eckler. They run left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Ravens first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game assaulted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 13 yards out.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Chargers 20, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In motion left comes Williams. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
24 yards. And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Jackson on first down. He's able to find Wallace. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now it's Jackson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Here we go, it's Jackson on fourth down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Jackson.
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing, Herbert. He's got Eckler. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Herbert.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. That one good for 37 yards. Up the middle with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end.
The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.